Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be looking at the motors tab in Betaflight. In this tab we're going to be testing the motors, making sure they're working, and also making sure that they're spinning in the right direction and that they're in the correct order. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so now I plugged the drone to the computer and I connected the battery to the drone too. So if you look on the Betaflight screen, you can see to the right over here that we've got the 4 different motors over here. Motor 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we've got a little dial over here that we can adjust. On the left over here, for the important part, it's the mixer. So the mixer over here, you can see that there's a little drop down menu over here. This is to choose which kind of quad you have, or which kind of drone you have. So you could have a drone with 6 propellers. You could even have airplanes. I'm just gonna say that the airplanes with Betaflight, it is not the greatest thing. There is not much for it. So I'd say don't use Betaflight if you're trying to make a plane work. It's mostly for quads and other kind of drones. So yeah, but we are using a quadcopter. Over here you can reorder motors if the motors are not the right numbers, and you can change the motor direction. You can also change the direction of the motors so that they are reversed. This isn't the most useful thing. You would generally just want to keep it like this. If it's not like this, where motor 1 and 4 are clockwise and 2 and 3 are counterclockwise, you might want to change the motor direction. But now let's actually test the motors. So what you're going to want to do over here is, to the right over here, you've got a little box over here with a notice. This is just telling you the remove all propellers, and it's telling you what to do, but I'm going to show you what to do. So once you read this, you click I understand the risks. So once that's done, you see all of this lights up. So basically now I can move these dials to adjust the speed of the motors. So motor 1 over here should be this one right over here. And if I move up, if I move the slider, you can see it's spinning. And what testing the motors does is, 1, if they're actually working, and 2, if they're spinning in the right direction. So motor 1 right over here should be spinning clockwise. So if I move it just slowly up, you can see over here that it is spinning clockwise. Now you can always bring it up to see if they're working. It is. So we know that motor 1 is working. Now motor 2 right on top over here. Let's just try it. You can see that it's spinning counterclockwise. So once we know that, we can stop it, move to motor 3. Motor 3 right over here. And it's spinning counterclockwise as well, which is what we want. Now for the last motor, motor number 4, if we do the same thing, bring it up slowly, you can see that it's turning clockwise, which is exactly what we want. So now we know that all motors are working. And if you look at my screen over here, you can see that there's also a master switch that you can use to make all the motors spin all at the same time. And once you're done testing the motors, to stop it, you can simply press stop motors down here, and then everything will stop and the motors will not be spinning. So yeah, that's really all there is in the motors tab. It's for testing the motors, making sure they're spinning in the right direction. You can also reorder the motors and change the direction if they're in the wrong direction. Okay guys, this is the end of this video. I hope you understood and you learned something. If you've got any questions, you just write them down in the comments, and like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.